Sorry about that. For some reason, my music wanted to be stupid and mess up. I have a problem where it occasionally skips, and all it takes is me restarting my computer to really fix it. I should probably update some things, but I'm always scared if I update something, it will ruin it, because that tends to happen a lot. But I tested this beforehand, and it was working just fine. So now I have it going through what I'd be playing the game audio in, so small change. That should fix it for the time being, because in order for me to even try to fix how I usually play the music on its separate output, I would have to restart my computer entirely, which I can't do that because I just started the stream. But welcome back, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, welcome. It's been a while since I've streamed, I think like almost practically a week. I was hoping to stream more last week, but this new job is taking a lot of my time and I'm learning my schedule with it. So expect a lot more streaming because I think I got an idea of how my schedule is going to look like. So, with that being said, you should see an update to the schedule on my Twitch channel. But I will say I should be able to generally keep the same idea in mind. I do want to make streaming on Monday a weekly thing, and I do want to try to keep Thursday through Saturday common days I stream, with Saturday being probably the most likely, if anything, because if I do anything for work on Saturday, I can definitely stream around it, whether it's in the morning or at night. I can do that. But Friday and Thursday, if there's any days you see me change the days that I stream, what I want to stream on those, should be on Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe even push to Saturday. So yeah, expect a lot of changes. I am going to go do a couple things. I'll be right back, and we can continue our investigation into the silver earring. I know this song is extremely generic. I know. But I like it. Yes, so before I really start streaming, in our mystery to solve, just want to say how happy I am where kind of my life is heading right now in terms of having a full-time job now for the time being. Obviously, life can always change at any moment, so I try to be grateful. But with this job, it's definitely going to come a lot less time to stream and make content here on Twitch, on YouTube, because I don't make money from this. This is a hobby, and hopefully one day I could. That is the idea in mind here, is to turn a hobby and something I've always wanted to do into something feasible to make money with, I guess. But it's more because I enjoy it. But I'm going to have less time to stream and make content on YouTube. But with that being said, I'm going to try to keep a consistent streaming schedule at the very least. So maybe I won't stream 5 days a week, 4 days a week, because I had time beforehand. I might just be streaming 2 or 3. And if I'm not streaming 2 or 3, I'm recording stuff for YouTube. YouTube takes precedence over Twitch for me, because that's what I want to flourish if I had to choose. But Twitch is more of the laid-back content making for me, so it's more just, I feel like playing this game, I'm gonna play this game. While YouTube is more of the, I specifically want to make a walkthrough for this game and it be more planned out and stuff. So that's kind of what you can expect. That's why you probably see me play a game on here, learning about it for the first time, and then making a walkthrough for it. Kind of like Sherlock Holmes Mystery of the Mummy. You're probably going to see a walkthrough for this once I'm done with it on here. But that is generally the case here. So if there's anything that will take a hit if I do get too busy at work, it will be Twitch. But I am hoping to stream consistently Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, with Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays if at all possible. And if there's any days of the week I will try to get rid of in terms of being able to stream will be Fridays and Thursdays, because I'll fall back on Wednesdays and Tuesdays for those if I can. It's always up in the air. I just don't know. With this job I have, it's a lot of things could change on the fly. In fact, I gotta check some things before I go to bed tonight, before I go to work tomorrow for it. So it's just that kind of job. It's what you get sometimes. I'm enjoying the work so far, so there's something to be said with that. So if it means this takes a little bit of a hit, as long as I can still do this and make stuff for YouTube consistently, then I don't have a problem with the work maybe sometimes getting in the way of it. As long as I still can at the end of the day. Like I was telling my girlfriend, if I can do this in my free time, spend time with her, and have a job that I genuinely enjoy for the most part, that gets me the money I need to eat, sleep. Do you need money to sleep? I don't know. Or just pay rent in general eventually and stuff like that. Then I'll pretty much set on life. Even if I never make money this way or not, I think there's something to be said by achieving something like that. So, cool. With that being said, we'll get started soon. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm expecting not a lot of people to be watching this. This is more of a guilty pleasure of mine. Not really guilty pleasure. I love these Sherlock games, and I love doing a theme for it. So, I don't know how far we're going to get tonight. I actually need to pull up the guide to help my dumb ass whenever I get stuck. But we should be, if I remember correctly, we're investigating the house of the accountant, I believe. The one that makes all the gadgets and stuff like that. So that should be, hold on. Sherlock Holmes. Case, the silver earring, walkthrough. There it is. Another good song from this. The songs from this are starting to grow on me, as generic as they really are, you know? Okay.
I'm just calling to say
Okay, cool. So we should be here. I will only refer to the guide whenever I am stuck completely. Okay, we're gonna pause the music here. And then turn this up. to about here, because I think that's the volume it usually was at. All right, let's do this. Ah, darn it. What just happened? Ah, there it goes. Darn Steam. Doing that shit to me. Okay, I don't care. I'm not playing with friends. Ugh. Everything just wants to get in the way today. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So what I remember is that we broke into this place. I put quotations around that. We're a detective, okay? We broke into this place to kind of, I think it's talk to Horace Fowlett. It's been a while, alright? You know, life gets in the way sometimes. Okay, I think we came out here and got what we needed to get. And now we're going into the hallway.
Closed. An automatic shoe brush. What an inventor this Fowlett is. An automatic shoe brush. What an inventor this Fowlett is.
Well, he should probably get a patent for that. What? Okay, trying to see if there's like a pattern or something. Obviously the numbers mean something. Now we remember that I'm an idiot. But we should be fine. Let's see. Open up a carbonated water because we're out of soda. Which I hear these are not even good to you, the same as just regular water is, but I just kind of want the flavor. I'm just trying to piece together what the connection between all the numbers are. This makes no sense. Four, 7. Let's investigate the rest of the room.
Very interesting.
So there's a screwdriver there.
I need something. I need something.
No.
I need something. I need something. I need something.
You think you need something? I think you need something. You need to mind your damn business. I'm just kidding.
There is Fowlet. He is not tall and appears to be quite obese.
Jeez, leave him alone, Sherlock. I'm darn, man. Don't have to be so rude.
Greasy substance. Very interesting. The pillow is missing.
Pillow, huh? Maybe to make someone look obese? There really wasn't much there. I'm like just trying to determine what these numbers mean, and I can't like piece anything together, like, because I'm doing all these different things like multiplying, division, the whole deal, but like I'm just trying to figure out how they connect to each other. Okay, but then that doesn't make any sense. I have no clue. I literally have no clue. Oh. Oh, okay. The burnt piece of paper. That's right. It's been so long. Hold on. I want to see if we can find this burnt piece of paper. $55 is a number to be found by adding. So every single diagonal and every single thing has to add up to 55. Okay. That makes solving this puzzle a lot more simpler. Like, I just had no clue.
These are old award certificates from automation invention competitions. Fowlett created this device to most likely perfect his invention.
Okay. 55, huh? 8, 5, 3, 16, 16, 23, 29, 35, 35, 44, 47, 47, 55. Hold on. 13, 16, 16, 23, 29, 35, 44, 46, 46, 54. So that means 1. Excuse me. Every diagonal has to add up to 55? Okay. 16, 21, 28. That doesn't make sense. Okay, hold on. 16, 21, 28, 38. That doesn't make sense. Like, there's no numbers available. I'm not looking at the answer to the puzzle, I'm just seeing. Okay, I at least got the first one right. I saw the first row. All diagonals, though? Seems a bit far-fetched. I'm trying to find a row that has only one. Right here. 8, 9, 18... 23, 31, 39, 9, 48, 7. Go right here. Okay. 8, 17, 20, 30, 33, 38, 39, 42, 47, 8. Okay, 12, 22, 25, 26, 27, 34. Hold on. Like, there's literally no numbers that are big enough for that. Okay, hold on. I need to count them all. 9, 10, 11, 14, 24, 24, 34, 38. Okay, but that doesn't make any sense because then every diagonal can't add up to that. Because there's not enough block. See, like, even this one. It's probably just means, like, these diagonals. But then why does that one add up? Hold on. Well, we know that one is that, so... It must mean the longest diagonals, because it's literally impossible for these two to add up to 55. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So we'll leave this one out. Can't do that one yet. That's 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. So we're going to get 2 across the board. Let's just go top to bottom. It's probably going to be the best way that we do this. 4, 8, 15, 23, 30, 33, 42. So we need 42. That means we need 13. And one of them has to be white. Okay, so why don't we do this? And that should add up. 12, 13, 16, 23, 27, 35, 42, 45. Nope. So 13. No, that makes sense. What? Am I just stupid? I know math. Alright, I should stop doing this in my head and just whip out a calculator. Okay, that adds up to 55. I was just being stupid. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. And to make sure that we have this correct, we're going to check this one first. So we need 4, huh? Do we have a brown 4? No, we don't. That is very, very unfortunate. Maybe we could do this? Oh, nope. Wrong one. Wrong one. So then we need a brown 3. So that makes 55, this makes 55, that makes 55. It's a lot of cross-checking, but compared to the last puzzle in the mystery, the mummy, this is a cakewalk. Really, I'm just using a calculator to speed things up. Gonna get the same result regardless, and it won't boggle my mind. So we have to find a way to get 14. And we need 1. So how about 14? No. How about these 2? Okay, let's check this. We'll know if that's right. Nope. Far from right. Maybe these? Yep. That should be right because that equals 55, I'm pretty sure, so might want to double check that. That equals 55. Then this should equal 55. Yep. So this row equals 55 and this row equals 55. So that means that these have to be correct because that is the only thing that would make 55 make sense, like these two. And that, if that makes it 55 as well, then there's really nothing much else we can do with that information. Okay, so let's just keep moving along. Whatever this makes 55. Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Okay, 48, so we need a 7. There are no white 7s. No! So that means this isn't correct, but that doesn't make any sense. It has to be that. What the heck? What? Yeah, it has to be a white 7. Even says like right here. Why did I put that right there? Okay. I must have just made a mistake then. Because then that makes 55, and it has to. Okay, we're on the right path. I must have been figuring this diagonal out. Beats me, man. Beats me. I'm gonna double check my answer. We really proved that I am an idiot when we play this. That's 59. That doesn't... What am I doing, man? Okay, no, that's right. I must have just put in the calculator wrong. Still making mistakes. Excuse me. I thought I got rid of this stuff when I got out of school, dude. Nope. Comes back to haunt me. Okay. Plus 3. Yep. 55, 55, 55, 55. Sweet. Okay, looks like we can solve this one now. My assumption is that whatever number that we pick for these, it has to be that. If it's 1, right? 2, you risk a little bit. And that's why you cross-reference, you know? Like up here, we switched out 1 and we found out it didn't work this way, so we switched them out until it worked this way. Then that has to mean that that's how it worked, because we know that this is 55 and there's only 1 in that row. So that means it has to be 8. It has to be. So you just slowly but surely keep knocking them off as because at this point we have to know that these are. And I'm checking it as I'm going through and I'm getting them right. So I know a couple of these are definitely what I'm making them out to be, because that's my reasoning. Eventually, there's going to be no other options. So you can be confident in putting some of them there. Especially when the row only has 1 empty spot that you know that's the only spot. It can't be anything else. Okay, so let's figure this one out since that one has 1 spot. Plus 5, plus 3, plus 5 again, plus 9, plus 10, plus 6, 54. So we need 1. We have 1 right here. And it has to be that, because if all these are correct, then it has to be 1. So then we can figure out this. And we can even double check with this after that. 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5, 54. So that means we need a white 4. Now let's plus 4, that equals 55. Now we'll check the row going down to be absolutely certain. And it doesn't come up as that. So someone please explain to me how I could get this wrong. Ugh, these puzzles, dude. I must have put it just in wrong. Give me a second. And I did. I did put it in wrong. Human error. Don't listen to me. So that we know that's 55. That we know that's 55. Okay, is there any other ones that have just 1 in them? No, we're with 2 right now. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do some cross-referencing. That's just the way of the world. So 3 plus 8 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 3 plus 8 equals 43. So 55 minus 43, that's 12. So we have to find 2 numbers equal 12. 1 white, 2 whites actually, that equal 12. Well, that's simple. We got a 9 and a 10. And I think we can confidently 9 and a 3. And I think we can confidently believe that these are the 2 because they're the only 2 white ones that could equal that. And we need 2 white checkerboard pieces. So let's put 9 here for the moment. And if we find this out that... Oof. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these right here. Okay? Now let's see if we can figure out what this is based on what's left. And if we come up with no numbers that will fill that spot, that are the brown checker pieces, then we know that 9 can't be correct. There's no way. Plus 4, plus 3, plus 10, plus 9, plus 6 plus 3 plus 8 plus 6. 50. So we need a brown 5, and that's right here. So I think we can confidently say that this is it. So let's check this row. So that's 55, and this is 55. So we gotta check this one. If this one, we can have a brown number, that a brown checker piece that adds up to 55 there, then we can confidently say that those are correct. I feel like once you know what you need to do, which I should have assumed that there had been something in the papers to give us a hint. I'm so used to games spoon feeding me, dude. It's refreshing to get a little bit of a figure out, but of course I still looked it up, but I did spend like 20 minutes, so like, gotta move the stream along, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for solving puzzles. 7, so we need a brown 7. Perfect. See, it's starting to piece together. As we lose more options, it starts to come all together. So let's figure out what this one is. So 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7. 55. So we need 5. We need a white 5, so here it is. Boom, got it. Plus 5 equals 55. Excellent. Now we have to figure out what this spot is, because it's the only one that's really open that's left. Okay, so... plus 8, plus 1, plus 6, plus 10, plus 3, plus 5, plus 9, plus 5. I'm so glad I started looking at a calculator, because trying to do this shit in my head is ridiculous. Okay, so plus 2 equals 55. Excellent. Now we can look up this one. We can also look up the horizontal one. Let's look up this horizontal one first, actually. 3 plus 7 plus 9 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 10 plus 2. 55. So we need a 4. We need a brown 4. Excellent. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. We're geniuses, people. We are geniuses. I did have to look it up, but I did do the math. I have that going for me. Plus 6, plus 8, plus 10, plus 3, plus 8, plus 8 equals 53. We need a brown 2, and lo and behold, we have it right here. Cool. Now, I'm going to double check this map just to be sure, even though it doesn't make any sense if it was anything else, because it's the only one. 46 plus 9 equals 55. There we go. Look at us. Look at us. I had to look up what to do, but we did the math. We did a process of elimination. I'm proud of us. Dude, they aren't messing around with some of these puzzles. They really aren't. What'd I pick up? Counter.
I need something. I need something. I need something.
Time to go back to the creepy clown. I don't want to go back to the creepy clown. I don't want to. God, no.
I shall select a card to find the logical sequence of
Nope.
what this automaton displays.
I have to what? This is a fat note for me.
I need to place the correct card in its hand. I shall select a card to find the logical sequence of what this automaton displays.
What card do you play?
It talks?
What card do you play?
I shall select a card to find the logical sequence of what this automaton displays.
What card do you play?
Okay, so I got that one right. This is the creepiest thing ever, dude. I am not... Blech.
What card do you play?
I can't tell what that says. Oh, it's a jack, huh? So it is 4. So let's think. Heart. Hold on, no, it's 8 because 3, 11. Screw it, let's give it a shot. Should have thought as much.
I shall select a card to find the logical sequence of what this
Okay, so we know
automaton displays.
this ace is the first one.
What card do you play?
What card do you play? I'll play your mom, how about that? Sorry.
What card do you play?
Oh, God. So if it has to be a diamond... Okay, cool. We're starting to piece it together. The sooner we get the hell away from this thing, the better.
What card do you play?
Okay, let's see. Heart. Heart. Not a club. No, that's a club. I always get the clubs and spades mixed up. Then a heart. So that probably means it's a club. 2, 5, 5. Okay, oh. I'm dumb.
I shall select a card to find the logical sequence
Yeah.
of what this
Please let me get away from this
automaton
creepy thing.
displays.
What card do you play? What card?
It would be this one then.
What card do you play? You won.
Cool. That one wasn't too complicated. That was actually pretty simple. I've been playing a lot of solitaire, so maybe I'm just good. Okay, let me get the fuck away from this thing, please. Please. What did I pick up? Ooh, read. The first animal came from shore. It was afraid of the powerful waves. The second came from the valley. It was afraid of the river with fast screams. The third came from the hills and was hiding from downpour. The last one that Noah welcomed came down from the mountains. It wasn't afraid of water, but it heard the wrath of the Lord roaring. So do we use that to find hidden animals?
closed. An automatic shoe... The animals must enter Noah's Ark in the proper order.
Oh, okay. Came from the shore, it was afraid of the powerful waves. The second came from the valley, it was afraid of the river with fat streams. Third came from the hills and was hiding from the downpour. The last one that Noah welcomed came down from the mountains. It wasn't afraid of the water. Crab, deer. Is this supposed to be a bear? Okay. What, that was the only text? Like...
It is elementary. Someone tried to force this safe.
Of course I did. Okay, cool. According to the wishes of Sir Bronsby, the will is to be written in favor of Herman Grimble unless he predeceases the testator? Regardless of Miss Lavinia's majority, she will be paid a substantial pension during this period. In the event that Miss Lavinia should marry before the death of Mr. Grimble, then she and her husband would exercise control over the Bronsby assets to the prejudice of Mr. Grimble. Regardless, Mr. Grimble would retain his right to oversee the daily operations of Bronsby Enterprises and over any portion of dividends according to his personal investment in the alone said business. Find out the information in legal text about the majority and probable success of the heiress to contest such a document. Horace Fallett. Letter from Bronsby to Fallett, November 12th, 1896. My dear friend, I will not be able to pay you a visit next week as we had arranged. A terrible revelation has added to my usual worries. I shared with you earlier the boast of my nephew when he was employed at the cement factory and the accusations he has raised against Grimble. The recent visit of Her Majesty's tax official has done little to lessen these suspicions. The lack of time and perhaps courage does not permit me to reveal Herman's machinations, but I will reveal the complete truth as soon as possible. How could I imagine ever being betrayed in such a way? Your friend, Sir Melvin Bromsby. Letter from Broadsby to Fowlet. My dear friend, as I told you during my last visit, the difficulties between Grimble and my nephew have taken a critical turn. It seems that this ungrateful young man has gained the upper hand, and if he doesn't complain anymore, the foreman and some of the workers are doing it for him. I beg your help. I don't think that young Wyatt is a ne'er-do-well, but his acquaintances here in London have a negative effect on him. Would you kindly tutor him in his studies far from the city? I think that in your company he would find real value and return to the right path. I am eternally in debt to his poor mother and cannot stop thinking about his future well-being despite his ingratitude. Your friend, Melvin Bromsby. So his nephew is the one that takes the will unless Lavinia gets married. Huh. Audience text. Miller, Simpson, Kirby at Collins' case. The court returned a verdict of guilty for Mr. Miller and Mr. Kirby as accessories in the accidental death of Louis Gasteletti during a brawl at a place named the Inn of the Golden Apple in Hesham on the night, I have no idea what that says, on the night of the 20th to the early hours of the 21st February of 1892. Mr. Kirby and Miller have been sentenced to 3 years of hard labor. The court returned a verdict of guilty for Mr. Miller, Simpson, and Kirby and Collins for the charges of robbery. Said robbery took place at the Inn of the Golden Apple during the night of the 20th to the morning of the 21st of February, 1892. Mr. Miller, Simpson, Kirby, and Collins have each sentenced to pay fine in the amount of £125 to Mr. whatever. I can't read this because of the cursive. I'm not sure if that's a G or a J. Gerano Gastogaletti? Yeah. Letter from Caracas, Venezuela, the 16th of May of 1894. Dear Mr. Fowlet, I have personally welcomed the nephew of your friend. This Wyatt Collins doesn't seem to be a bad fellow at first glance, but I think he needs a firm hand. He was hired as a supervisor for the copper mines near the border. I believe that the hard-working way of life that we lead will have a healthy effect on him. Sincerely yours, Chief Foreman. Huh. So he has a nephew that basically is supposed to get the stuff. And he left him under Horace Fowlet's care, hopefully getting him to act better. Do you think he might be involved? British Embassy, I guess I'm reading these dates wrong, on the 13th of August, 1894. British Embassy in Brazil. Notice is hereby given that a British subject, Wyatt Collins, was arrested by Brazilian authorities in the region of Cacacamayo. And that's where the ashes come from. So that must mean Wyatt Collins is involved. It is our embassy's policy to inform the proper interested parties in England when a British citizen stands accused of a crime and lacks the adequate means to secure a proper local barrister for his defense. Since the individual in question may be subject to a term of imprisonment, if you desire to meet his needs, you must make arrangements through the Brazilian Embassy in London. R. Cheswick, attach. British Embassy on the 2nd of February, 1897. Mr. Fowlet, notice is hereby given that Mr. Wyatt Collins was discharged. As you earlier informed, Mr. Collins had been enjoying a half-free order for the past 10 months due to his good behavior and the influence of the prison warden at Gacacamayo, who is a former soldier of Her Majesty's Army. Under the former conditions of his sentence, Mr. Collins was required to remain within the territory. Hereinafter, he is free to leave the country. R. Cheswick, attached. 1-1... So this must be a code of some kind. So he has a nephew, Grimble. Okay, so Grimble is supposed to get everything. Herman Grimble is supposed to get everything. And he has a nephew that he left in Horace Fallett's care. Okay, I'm starting. So Wyatt is his nephew. Grimble's supposed to get the stuff unless his daughter gets married. So it's kind of suspicious that this soldier is kind of moving in. You know, he's trying to get the love and affection. Kind of suspicious. You don't think that's suspicious? I think it's suspicious. Huh. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking right now. His nephew, Wyatt Collins, spent some time in Brazil, so that's why we found the ashes from a specific type of tobacco that's from there. And that warden that he knows is a lieutenant, you'd say? It's starting to all come back to me. As a lieutenant that's trying to get in with Lavinia so they can I think Wyatt and the lieutenant are in on killing this guy. Right? Maybe Horace Fallett's in on it as well. I don't know who this Grimble person is. Is Grimble his business partner? I can't remember. I want to say yes. Hold on a second. Okay. I need to check an event or something after I'm done streaming. Just saw that email. But, I definitely think the lieutenant and this guy's and Bromsby's nephew are in on it, and the nephew doesn't like this Grimble dude. I don't know if Horace Fallett comes into play with this, if he's involved. I can't remember which one's Grimble. Hold on. Okay, Grimble is his partner. So he left everything to Grimble. His business partner, essentially, he left everything. And was still going to leave, like, a good sum for his daughter. He wasn't leaving, like, the business to his daughter. He was leaving the business to Herman Grimble and stuff. And his nephew didn't like that. And his nephew is Wyatt Collins, who went to Brazil, so that's where we can probably trace that. And he met a lieutenant there. Okay. So this guy, I'm saying Lieutenant Harrington, is trying to marry so-and-so. So all of the business, all of the money goes to them, to which they can then kill her. Thus getting Wyatt Collins what he feels like he deserves, because he's a nephew, and he's probably like, oh, I'm the guy, I should get the business, not your daughter or your business partner. You know, he's just being a jerk. And he's probably going to split the take with this lieutenant guy. Alright, it's looking mighty suspicious for this lieutenant.
Holmes, Murray has just found a key in the garden.
The certificate.
I'm assuming we don't need anything else. Hold on, I'm gonna double check because I'm paranoid about that kind of stuff. Oh, I should also say, if you're noticing that my voice quality is better, like the noise and all that you'd usually hear, because I can't like fix it in post, that is because I learned how to add filters on Streamlabs. So right now you shouldn't be hearing any noise because I think it's suppressing it, but when I'm talking you still can sort of hear it, but like I think the filter is kind of doing that for me. So improve the quality. It isn't the best, I'll say that. It isn't the best, but it's better. Alright? We're learning every day. Alright? Just because I got a new job doesn't mean that I cannot make this content better. I am dedicated to suck ass at this game. If you've done everything you need to do inside the house, you'll hear Watson calling you. Okay, cool. Great. So that means that we're done. I just like to check, because I think this game is designed not to let you move forward unless you find everything. And I want to get in the habit of trusting the game, but I don't trust anything. But to be sure, we will save in a separate spot.
Holmes, Murray has just found a key in the garden.
It should be done quickly.
I'm probably going the long way around. Yeah, run, Sherlock, run. We're starting to piece everything together. It's all lining up correctly. Obviously, the nephew and this lieutenant guy obviously killed him at this point. The evidence says clearly they have motive. It's just kind of suspicious that all these documents are coming up, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Did you learn anything?
Good. I will go see what I can find.
As you...
What am I supposed to be doing right now? Oh, duh. We got a new key. Just came out just to go right back in. I'm hoping to get to the question portion tonight. Like, that, I had the most fun using my noggin.
Close. Close.
Why do we have to do that? Just seems kind of counterproductive.
Watson, over here.
My God, this man is dead, Holmes.
Brilliant deduction. I thought perhaps he was tired and decided to rest under a pile of potatoes, which in turn fractured his skull. Watson, you see everything but fail to observe. I do not have time for trifles.
Geez, Sherlock,
Really, Holmes,
relax.
You go too far.
Relax.
Watson, tell Constable Fletcher to contact Lestrade with all haste. Now, I'd like
He
to
really
look
did
around
pull
the
a no
house.
shit
All right,
Sherlock.
Holmes.
So he's dead, huh?
I recognize this handwriting. I need something.
Let's read this
This
first.
handwriting is identical to the writing on Monsieur de la Mazardiere's visiting card.
I seem to keep finding this stuff about this French guy. Antiques dealer.
I need something. 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 I need something.
Oh, I'm taping his foot.
Size 6.
Not seeing anything. Okay, cool. We're getting close to a quiz. Yes! I love at the end of the day parts.
The station master assured me he clearly saw Mr. Fowlett board the last train to London. But as Constable Fletcher can attest, the body in the cellar is without question that of Horace Fowlett.
Do you have the station master's statements there in your notes, Watson?
Of course. And be sure that...
It is neither the right place nor the right time to talk about this. We must hurry. I fear if we do not act promptly and with all haste, this second dead body will not be the last. Let us return to Baker Street.
Yes, let's.
It seems to me that we have gathered all of the key elements, Watson. However, before we retire, let's summarize our findings. The questions should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
You got it. Did Horace Fowlett receive a caller the evening he was supposed to leave? Okay, well, let's go. I would say yes, but let's, so he had a visitor. Yes, right here, but I think a fellow came back, so I'm gonna say yes. Question 2. Were all the guests in the ballroom at the time of the shooting? Two people were absent from the ballroom during Sir Bromsby's arrival. Mr. Horace Fowlett, the victim's attorney, and Miss Lavinia Bromsby. Were all the guests in the ballroom at the time of the shooting? No, because we know for a fact that Horace Fowlett wasn't even there in the first place. Yes. Oh. I'll say no for now. Because she said, oh, we haven't talked in 6 years, and she even says that. So I'll say it wasn't good. Was Horace Fowlett aware of the problems between Herman Grimble and Sir Bromsby? I would say yes, because he gets it in this letter. Was there anything missing from Horace Fowlett's house? Well, I don't know. Yes. The pillow. Which I think was used to make a disguise to have someone look like Horace Fowlett. Did somebody enter through the window at Fowlett's house? Yes. Well, hold on. I want to say yes. Okay, let's review. And I'll explain my reasoning for each and everything. Question 1. Did Horace Fowlett receive a call or evening he was supposed to leave? I said yes because his neighbor said he saw someone come back to talk to him. That could easily be no because he said, oh, well, I wasn't sure. Were all the guests in the ballroom at the time of the shooting? No, and our evidence is that the police report said that the two people that weren't there were Lavinia Bromsby and Horace Fowlett. And we know Horace Fowlett wasn't there in general because 1, he's dead, so we have that as an answer. And 2, he was the one person that wasn't there when we were investigating, so that's just kind of confirming the evidence. Did Sir Bromsby and his daughter have a good relationship? I said no, because she herself said she hasn't talked to him in like 6 years, but he was different. Was Horace Fowlett aware of the problems between Herman Grimble and Sir Bromsby? And I said yes, because of the letter where he talks about how his nephew calling him out. It's either that one or the will. In fact, I want to look at the will. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident in that answer. Was there anything missing from the Horace Fowlet's house? Yes, and it was the pillow, because we could not find his pillow. Question 6, did somebody enter through the window of Fowlet's house? I said yes, because we did find a footprint on the barrel outside the very window that when we went inside, there was no bars on it, but it's being kept shut with a screwdriver, of all things. Kind of strange. I think that shows that maybe someone got in there.
We must have made an error, Watson.
Ah!
Let's check our answers. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Well, I believe in my reasoning. Sherlock is wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Alright, let's read this again. The day before yesterday, in the night, not that this is the first time. So yes, that stays the same. And no, because that's what that says. No, because that's what she says. I almost want to switch this out. Hold on. Maybe it's this one. I'll switch no for that one.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no. We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation. We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or we must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no. We must have made an error. The question
I'm
should
just
be
trial
answered
and
yes
error.
or no. We must have made an The question should be answered yes. We must have made an The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
I don't know about this one, man.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no. We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation. We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation. We must have made an... The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
This one's tough. I feel like my reasoning's good, though. This. He said yes, but he wasn't sure. So would that make it a no? That seems like such a small detail, but details are important. No, they weren't. Because Horace Follett wasn't there. Alright. I am gonna look this up. Because, like, I really don't know what the answer would be. Okay, let's start from the top and then we'll get there. Sorry. Question 1. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I was correct. What? Were all the guests in the ballroom at the time of the shoot? Oh! I guess that doesn't include Horace because he wasn't there to begin with. And the only person that wasn't in there was Lavinia, but she was there, so okay.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Okay, so that's right. Oh, hold on. I took this question the wrong way. I feel like this could still justify it. Let's see. Okay, yep, that's what it is. I took it as what she said shows that they didn't have a good relationship, not Herman Grimble. I should have thought about that.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no and justified by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
Okay, I want to say yes. Hold on. I want to read.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered
That will be the
yes
bane of
or
my
no
existence when I
and
hear that every
justified
time.
by the evidence or testimony received during the investigation.
At this point, I'm just checking my answers. I know I got them wrong, but what did I get wrong? Obviously, this one, I was correct. This one, I was correct, but I took it the wrong way. Basically, they were saying everyone that was present at the party to begin with, were they all in the guest room? I thought it was including people that were on the guest list that weren't there, and that's where I got that incorrect. That's fair. That's fair. That's definitely a misconception. This, I took the wrong way. I took her testimony saying that they haven't spoken in 6 years as they had a good relationship, but I guess they want something more concrete of him saying no, they didn't have a good relationship. That's fair as well.
We must have made an error. The question should be answered yes or no
It
and
says a
justified
letter
by
from
the evidence or
Bromsby.
testimony received during the investigation.
Nope, I got this one right. I got this one right from the beginning. So this is probably where I started getting them wrong. Yes, I got this one right. That one was pretty easy. Okay, then this is right. Oh, nope. It's yes. So I had this one right from the beginning. I just was thinking, no, they couldn't get in. There was a screwdriver. Because I'm stupid.
It is simplicity itself, Watson. We have answered
Yes, it
all
is
the
Sherlock.
questions.
It only took me...
We shall examine
20
the
minutes.
evidence acquired yesterday. A wood trinket, substance from Fowler's washstand, and the gloves I found at Sherringford Hall. We shall examine the evidence acquired yesterday. A wood trinket, substance from Fowler's washstand, and the gloves I found at Sherringford Hall. Let me study this more closely. I recognize the style of this trinket. Let's examine it under the microscope. Let's a greasy substance. Very interesting. Let me study this more closely. A very fine white cotton. I could not wait for you much longer. We have but a brief moment to discuss your notes before joining the inspector at Sherringford Hall. Poor Lestrade must have spent a terrible night.
My word, Holmes, even you have admitted that this case is uniquely perplexing and difficult.
I think I already kind of figured it out.
You are, of course,
Not
correct.
really. I
still
kind of
have
knew
not
the ending
arrived at a
already.
reasonable and definite explanation of these events. You see,
But
Watson,
there's some
our
obvious
success
clues.
lies entirely in our ability to sift through the vast amounts of facts and evidence we have at our disposal and discern which items are of true significance. We cannot allow ourselves to be blinded by the superficial logic of forced hypotheses. We also must not overlook the trifles, as by their very existence they can destroy the most solid of theories. Watson, consider this. All persons intimately involved with the preparations for the reception knew the precise position Sir Bromsby would occupy on that stage. We must remark that they had this knowledge for at least a week beforehand. Numerous experts have made much of the fact that the deadly shot was of unnatural precision. We have also learned that Horace Fowlett was a renowned expert on all types of mechanical devices and automatons. Then Fowlett is found dead a mere 2 days ago. These facts give rise to a serious line of inquiry.
I find your deductions quite probable, Holmes.
But how can we explain the guest list with notes? Any probable theory about these events must correspond in all ways, including the smallest of details. Watson, I have a general idea of what you discovered during your return to the Flatham railway station. Please correct me if I get any detail wrong. You learned from the station master that several minutes before the arrival of the last train to London, 2 men entered the station one after another. First, there appeared a tall man clothed as a worker. His hat was lowered to hide his eyes, his right hand bandaged. He took a place in the right corner near the platform. A few moments later, Horace Fowlett came in and sat down on a bench. He spoke briefly with the station master and by all appearances seemed to be freezing. I can add that you have probably learned that the station master began to work in Flatham only 4 years ago. The rest you can tell yourself.
Really, Holmes, you were right concerning the information I received from the station master.
Why the fuck does he
When
even
I
send
entered
him
the
there?
railway station,
It's like, why even send him there? Why? Figured it out on his own. Because we are Dr. Watson in any Sherlock story. Without Dr. Watson, Sherlock would have no reason to share his findings as the case goes along until the very end, and that's just kind of boring, because to solve a mystery, you want the person watching or reading or whatever it is to kind of want to try to piece it along, and to get it all at the end only kind of stinks a little bit. So that's why I like Sherlock, because there are moments where you like piece, and this was with any mystery thing, like Scooby-Doo, Sherlock, like he doesn't flat out say it as much as like we have in these games, but these games are a little bit more fleshed out in terms of time, and they can fit a lot more discussion and stuff like that. But Sherlock Holmes does, like anything with Sherlock Holmes is even greater, because he's always like, let me deduct what you saw before you even open your mouth. And it's interesting, because like you hear what he's saying, you're like, how did he piece that together? And you start listening to what he does and all the stuff, and it's just cool to see how like it's just cool to see how like his deductive reasoning is he pieced together with the evidence himself. And maybe he even pulls something that you notice. You might have not noticed all of it, but at least some of it. And that's what makes it fun going along, because it's kind of nice to see your kind of deductions get shown by the person who is doing it all. Obviously, Sherlock Holmes is like, he isn't perfect, but his skill is pretty much perfect. So it allows like anyone, like I'm sure at the end there's going to be a little piece of like I'm deducting that I missed, and then some I'm getting spot on, and it's going to be like, oh, cool, I got that right, but I got this wrong. Like, that's what's so fun about the question section. Getting a couple questions right, a couple questions wrong, stuff like that. Okay, I guess we're just talking to these people.
Hello. If you could, I need some information regarding the last scheduled train to the north, specifically the one that ran 2 days ago.
You're one of those fellows from London working with Fletcher, aren't you? Wait a second, let's see, 2 days ago, or rather 2 nights. That was the night when Mr. Fowler was here.
Did you see him?
As clearly as I see you now. But he didn't seem well, he was all muffled up, and every time he opened his mouth it was to cough. The people from the village say that he's an odd one who's always amusing himself with gewgaws and puppets.
Do you see him often?
No, I don't know
like
him
how
that
the
well, because he
icon
didn't
for
travel
Dr.
very
Watson's
often.
different
I didn't think it was a good opportunity
Sherlock.
to make
That's a
his
cool
acquaintance, but he wasn't able to say more than a few words without suffering a sudden coughing fit. It seemed he was travelling to the north. However, I cannot say with any certainty that he arrived there.
Was there anyone else on the platform?
Yes,
when it comes
there was
to
a
Sherlock
fellow.
games, the
I could see
story
his
has
face
to be
beneath
good
his cap.
for it to
For a
be
second, I thought he had a
better in terms
revolver
of
in
the
his
rest.
pocket.
Like, I wouldn't say
but
the
then I noticed that
gameplay
it was merely his
is
hand. It was all done up with a large bandage due to some
it's
wound,
more
I
you taking in
suppose.
surrounding
Where
and
was
all
he?
that. So
Exactly.
in terms
He
of
stood in that
gameplay,
corner
might be
over
the
there.
funnest. I
Mr.
have
Fowler
fun doing
arrived
the
a bit
question
later.
sections.
I heard the sound of his coughing for about 5
testing
minutes
out all the different
after
theories
that.
I have, and
When
then
the
once
train
I'm like,
arrived,
all right,
they
I'm
boarded
stuck,
the
I
same
can't see this
carriage.
any other way, then looking for answers and seeing where I was wrong and all that. That's fun to me, because that's the whole mystery side. And I know I'm talking, I completely missed what he said, so I'm sorry.
Was there anyone else on the platform?
Yes, there was a fellow. I could see his face beneath his cap, and for a second I thought he had a revolver in his pocket. But then I noticed that
Where was
he stood in...
Sorry.
Was there...
Yes,
Where was...
he stood in that corner over there, and Mr. Fowler arrived a bit later. I heard the sound of his coughing for about 5 minutes.
And where might I find this train carriage?
Why, right here. They always use the same carriages when they put together the night trains.
Aha, and here it is. This is most advantageous.
If it would be a help, I can hold the train for 1 or 2 minutes at the station, so you might have a look inside.
Thank you very much. Well, I must investigate these matters.
Until later, sir.
There is nothing of interest here.
Then why click on it? I can't wait till we get to Crimes and Punishment or Jack the Ripper game, because that's... I understand it's kind of weird glorifying. I don't think it really glorifies, like glorifying a serial killer that was real. But anything that's related to somewhat real history is really interesting to me, and to see how they do a take on it, you know? I probably missed something there. Hold on.
Someone has forgotten their cap, and I believe that hairs on it are red.
Hey, we found some red hairs in the bathroom.
It could be evidence. A Cherapaki cigarette.
Hey,
The same as Holmes found at Sherringford Hall.
it's all coming together nicely. It's all coming together nicely. Sherlock, you want to back up a little bit? Damn.
A red hair. This is splendid, Watson.
I did not dare to disturb your thoughts on our way back to London last night. I had quite forgotten about this hat.
Dude, that kid's head is so big. I understand it's a game.
What can we do for you today,
I
Mr.
understand
Rose?
they're wearing clothes bigger
Come
than
now,
themselves, but
Wiggins.
it looks like he's just built, dude.
Mind you look sharp. There'll be an extra guinea for the lad that finds him.
Goodbye.
Sherlock's
We must
just
leave now, Watson.
just
Let
a
us return
cool
to
character.
Sherringford Hall.
We keep going to Sherringford Hall, alright? I want to investigate somewhere else. Except a creepy house with a creepy clown.
Cabby!
I understand why people don't like these kind of games or these kind of stories, because, like, mysteries are very slow-paced, a slow burn. Like, I get it. But it's just so cool. And Sherlock literally is just the... Like, you just follow him along. It's just, like, you just get to see, like, a smart person at work. It's so fun.
My respects, madam. It would seem that you have received good news.
Oh, it's Miss Bromsby and her admirer, Lieutenant Harrington. It is wonderful to see love bloom despite such tragic circumstances.
Yes, my employer just got capped. But his daughter is getting clapped. By that creepy dude. I'm sorry, man. The moment he opened his mouth the first time I ever played this, I was just like, bro, somebody just died. I don't care how freaking desperate you are right now, alright? Get out of here. He goes like, I'm gonna protect the daughter. She is a lady. And I'm just like, alright, take your fedora and get the fuck out of here. Like,
Have you ever met Wyatt Collins?
The nephew of the late Sir Bromsby. Oh, I've seen him just a few times since I was hired at Sherringford Hall. He stopped visiting the hall because of a quarrel with his uncle, I think.
How would you
Ooh.
describe him?
He was a very tall and slender young man with a bright red hair. He's not well mannered.
red hair, tall, probably has 10-inch feet. So he was probably there tonight. And I'm willing to guess that Horace Fallett guy, that wasn't Horace Fallett. And since it was probably a short and, like, obese guy, they used the pillow to disguise himself. So who this third person is, I don't know. Because it's got to be Wyatt Collins and Lieutenant Harrington, Mr. Nice Guy over here. Except he's being successful right now. Lavinia seems to be falling for him. She's got to love a man in uniform, probably.
Have you seen Inspector Lestrade?
He is with Miss Bromsby and Lieutenant Harrington in Sir Bromsby's office. He's waiting for you.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Lambert.
You are surely welcome.
Okay, my guess is that either Horace Fallett was in on it, and they killed him. I think the French guy that, like, helped manage the party is in on it, and Lieutenant is in on it. Those are the three. But I think there might be the chance that the nephew is actually the French person too. Could be wrong about that.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you.
You are
Hello. You seem to be in a fine mood.
Oh, yes, because I am sure that Miss Bramsby and Lieutenant Harrington will make a splendid couple. He's very handsome and rich.
Why do you
and
care?
How do you know this?
The brother of my cousin's boyfriend is currently employed in the Queen's Army Hostel. He said that the lieutenant gave him a very generous tip when he carried the lieutenant's trunks during his move.
You don't
Okay.
say.
Yes, and if they decide to get married and make their home here, we won't be afraid for our jobs. And considering their youth, the family wouldn't stop growing anytime soon. I used to be a nurse, you know.
So, her boss just dies and she just is like, yes, job security. I know, it's like, oh, well, regardless of what just happened, the fact that she is falling in love and that could mean a very prosperous young family we could be working for is probably, it is a good thing. It's just funny that it's just like, yeah, my boss just died 2 days ago. Doesn't matter how mean he was, it's still a tragic thing. Any boss that I've ever had that didn't really like that much, I wouldn't want to see him get shot right in front of me. And she's just sitting here like, oh, good, her daughter found a boyfriend.
Well, I must leave you now.
Please say hello for me to your doctor friend.
He's married. Leave him alone. But, I just love how Sherlock knows how to talk to people. You don't say! Don't want to get copyright striked. That's my alarm to, finish up streaming soon. I wanted to start a little bit sooner, but we're having some audio issues.
I have nothing to do here. Closed.
Closed.
Closed. Closed.
I really do just be making myself at home, don't I?
Closed.
Jesus, man.
Closed.
Hey, I am a detective, alright? I need to be doing some investigating. Let me guess, closed?
Closed.
Yep. Let's talk to you. I think this was the lady that was scrubbing out something here.
Hello, Mary.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
it was.
Tell me, Mary, do you remember Wyatt Collins?
Oh, he's a black sheep, that one is. He had a bad habit of stealing from the wine cellar at night, but he was so saucy, he tried to pin it on the staff the next day. Can you imagine that?
So you
What a
weren't fond
jerk.
of him, on the whole.
He spoke ill of everyone. Why, I recall the day our master tossed him howling into the street because a blackguard dared to slander Mr. Grimble.
Well, I will see you later, Mary.
Goodbye.
He's a real one. Hey, you're family, but you're talking bad about my friend, and that's just not true. Stood up for his friends. Gotta respect that. It's kind of a tough
Well,
thing choosing
it's not too early.
friends over
I just
family,
informed
but...
Miss Bromsby about Mr. Fowlett. Besides, I told her about the notes that suggested Sir Bromsby's wish to amend his will in favour of Mr. Grimble. According to our solicitors, this new development does complicate the succession. Let's hope Mr. Bromsby's safe contains an official document which will allow us to see things more clearly. I do hope you've discovered the code, because I did not sleep well last night and I'm in no mood for riddles.
Well, we're in a Sherlock
Do you know
Holmes
the
game.
code?
That is what we're gonna
Do you know
get.
the code?
Of course you're here, Lieutenant Harrington. I just don't like how creepy he is, dude. Sorry.
The sequence of numbers found at Fowlett's should help me discover the code.
Aha. Let's see, documents. 1121. Ugh.
It has no effect. It has no effect.
1. Okay, hold on. I'm hoping to solve this puzzle, and once we solve this puzzle, then, gonna call it a stream for tonight. One, 1, 2, 1, 1. One. Okay, hold on. Damn it. I messed up. I don't even think I'm doing this right. So 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 1.
It has no effect.
Alright. I need to at least get a starting point because this doesn't make sense to me. What? This is strange, dude. I'm trying to wrap my head around this puzzle. I seriously cannot wrap my head around this puzzle. Three ones, two twos, 1 1. So it's Okay. So it's, from my understanding, these are supposed to literally be like words. So, and then this is supposed to tell out the codes at the end, but like each line describes the line above it. Which doesn't make any sense. Like, what the heck? So 1, then 1, 1, 2 1s, 1, 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 1s. So 3 1s, 1, 2. So there's 3 1s, 1, 2, 3 1s, 1, 2, 2 1s? But by that logic, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess if that's the case... This puzzle's weird, dude. So 3, 1, 2 2s, 2 1s?
It is simplicity itself.
No, it wasn't. That was a weird thing. At least... I think I get the point. Like, you're supposed to basically see with this that it describes what it is, and these are supposed... And you're just supposed to go down until you get 6 numbers out of it. But whatever. The people that make this game are... They're creative.
This could be valuable evidence. What could this key... Bank statement.
Alright, let's read these. Richard's letter. Sir, your attitude and your behavior in this affair that has set us one against the other is vile and contemptible. Abandon all thoughts about the Fairfax Theater and the soil in which it stands. You conduct yourself as a brigand, and brigands always come to bad end. I think that's what that means. That's what that says. Dwight Richards. Obviously, this guy did not write a fine letter. Money transfers. So Grimble transferred a bunch of money. I think that's Bromsby right there. We'll have to look at this later.
I have a feeling that I should inspect this Fairfax Theatre. It appears to be Bromsby Enterprises territory now, and Grimble's office should be nearby.
Not one shred of paper about the inheritance. My superiors keep pressing on me, saying that we're going to a crisis in the city. For now,
Sorry,
I'll
what?
check into this Richards character. What are your plans?
First of all, I will need this key. I presume that you have had neither the time nor the opportunity to inform Mr. Grimble about the current state of the investigation. As it is the weekend, could you ask him to come in?
Rest assured it will be done.
Miss Bromsby, I will ask you for your continued patience. I have given you my word that I would discover the truth, and upon my word, I shall find it. Gentlemen, Watson, we must take our leave.
But what are we doing at this place? And why did you ask Lestrade to call Herman Grimble to Sherringford Hall?
To ensure Grimble would not find us here. In the pursuit of justice, Watson, we are once more obliged to bend the law.
Sorry, but why?
If Scotland Yard can be shown the necessity of searching the offices of Bromsby's cement works, many things may happen.
Exactly, Holmes.
Now, Watson, we need to find a way into the cement works. Oh, Watson, it seems fortune favors us. Hello, Mr. Goblet. The last time I saw you, you were filling barrels with motor oil.
Well, I'll be jiggered, Mr. Holmes. It is a small world, isn't it? Your days of roaming the docks are long past now, aren't they? Same for me. Tell me, what brings you to these parts?
Are you the watchman for this factory?
Not official, like. This'd be Fat Dub's job. But I take his place on weekends and he checks in on the by and by.
Who is regular night watchman?
That will be Marty and his dogs. Why, Mr. Holmes?
In truth, I'm interested in the recent murder of Sir Bromsby. My investigation convinces me that vital evidence may well lie within this place.
Say nothing more. Here's the key for the office. It's the building just to the right after the entrance. The building's in the centre of the workers' cloakrooms. I don't think you'll find much to interest you there. Further in the yard, there's the storehouse for raw materials.
Do you also have the key to the former Fairfax Theatre?
No, I don't have that key. The only key I know of was given to Mr. Grimble when the building was bought. Mr. Holmes, you must make haste, as Dubs has not been by for over 2 hours, so I'd expect him in the next quarter hour or so. No need for thanking me. This is small service indeed for all that you've done for me in the past.
We will return.
The fact that these games are made, like, out of chronological order makes... Like, I think he's in a game in the future that's actually in the past, so... This seems like a good spot to stop. Now that we're in a new location and the whole deal. So we're going to save in a new spot. Sweet. Okay, well, yeah, that should be the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to check out my YouTube channel where I will eventually do a walkthrough for this if you're just looking for all the answers. This is me playing it for the first time. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to see what the next time I'm streaming is, I'm hoping not to stream tomorrow. I got some schedule updating to do for my new job, considering now that I have to cover some events this weekend now that I know that for certain, then I gotta kind of switch around my stream schedule. So if you do see me streaming, the next time will either be Wednesday or Thursday, but there is a possibility of Tuesday as well, depending on how it looks for me Saturday. So if anything, be on the lookout for a stream at the earliest Thursday at the very least. But I might stream tomorrow or Wednesday, but that really depends. Other than that, check out the YouTube channel if you want to see some of the walkthrough content I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on Mortal Kombat Deception. I just recorded a lot right there, and I'm supposed to be editing and uploading some more stuff tonight. So thanks for stopping by. If you're watching on Twitch, follow the channel. If you are watching on YouTube, when I post this, subscribe, like the video, like the stream, and check out my Twitch where you can play these games with me live and see me be a complete dumbass when trying to solve most of these puzzles. Either way, thanks for stopping by, guys, and I'll see you again probably Thursday.
to say I... I'm just calling to say I...
Won't you say why you're a stranger now?